Hey guys, you could probably hear me now. Um, just uh, just want to let you know that we are in HD in the YouTube channel. Also, we wanted to tell you that today is Tuesday's tip. It is an advanced class for those that are playing for the advanced piano students. But normally we want to do some beginners lessons. So if you have not looked at the YouTube channel, look at the YouTube channel. We have 8 beginners lessons there. Hopefully, the plan of the channel is so that you can move up in your skill, starting from beginners all the way up to advanced. And so on Tuesday, we decided that we would bring you something more advanced called Tuesday's Tip. So I want to start right with the lesson. Excuse my voice, I have a bit of a cold, but I just wanted to make sure that we came across for that first Tuesday's tip. Okay, so let's get started. All right, so I guess I have to break this down for you. You'll see that we have a melody at the top and then some chords at the bottom. So I'm going to start with the chord progressions first. The chord progressions. If you see at the bottom in the bass clef, I do have the chords that you're going to be using. I'm going to be starting with G, a B, a C, and an E. That's going to give us the A minor ninth. All right, to give us, it's a nice chord progression, or actually just chord. If I'm just let me actually show you here if I'm doing it with my piano here. So again, we have a G, B, C, and E, and the fingerings that I'm using is 1, 2, 3, and 5. And of course, if I'm using my right hand, I'll be just doing octaves A. So we have the nice A minor ninth. Okay, of course, B in the ninth, G the seventh, okay, E the third, and E the fifth, C the third, and E the fifth, and of course the octaves. So basically what we're doing is we're moving from A minor ninth to a D 13th. All right, I'll do it again. A minor ninth to a D 13th. And I'll show you how to do the 13th. The 13ths are, in order to do a D 13th, we have a F sharp, B, C, and E. The F sharp being the third of D. Then we have the B, which being the 13th. Then we have the C, and then the E, okay? And then, of course, I'm going to do the octaves down here, D octaves, or a little higher, so that it gives me the 13th. So we have a D, F sharp, the 13th. Here we have the C, and then we have the E. Okay, so again, we're going from A minor to D, 13th, A minor. Well, in this case, in order for me to do the melody, I'm going to use my left hand to do the chords. A minor, D 13th, A minor. Okay, and let's go back to our chart so you can see. Okay, in our chart, we have here the melody, and let's just listen to it for the first time. Just going to play a little, it's same the octave that you have there, and we'll go over the notes, but let's just hear it first. I'm going to play it again. Okay, I'm going to put it against the chords. So we have the A minor, the D 13th, again. Okay, one more time. All right, and it's a little nice lick. Let's just go over. You can see the fingerings at the top. I have starting from the D, D, B to C, and those are called neighboring tones. And I want to go just over that real quick. The neighboring tones of C, because really I'm focusing on the C. The neighboring tone, or the neighbor above, is the D. The neighbor below is B. And you'll notice I'm really focusing on the C here. So it's D above, B below, C. And notice that I'm really doing from here a C seventh chord, C seventh, C. Okay. Put it together. It's a C seventh chord. Of course, B being the seventh. So again, I have a neighboring, above, below, and then focus on the C seventh chord. Just arpeggiate the C seventh chord. Again. See that? Again, neighborings to C, and the C seventh chord. All right. And then here is where I'm going to jump to. Well, let's talk about the fingerings. The fingerings I used were 4 for the D, finger 4, finger 2 for the B, and then go to 1 for the C. I'm going to do it again. So we have the finger 4 for the D, 2 for the B, and then of course 1 for the C, 2 for the E, 3 for the G, and then 5 for the B. Okay, and then from there, let's go back to our chart so you can see I do have the fingerings again: 4, 2, 1, 2, 3, 5, and then we have this nice G sharp, which I'm going to use a 3. There's the G sharp, and then back to the B, then back to the G sharp, E, and if you notice, it's just basically an E chord, E major chord. So I'm using 2 chords here. I'm using the C chord 7th, right? In the second measure, you can see C, E, G, B, C, E, G, B, and then I'm hitting an E major chord. Just breaking it down. Okay, so again, the C chord, C, E, G, B, to G sharp, B, G sharp, E, which is just the E chord, major chord. And then I'm going to use some passing tones. I'm going to use C with a 1. And then I'm going to use B for 2, finger 2, A, finger 1, go to the lower G sharp with finger 2, and then the top E with finger 5. So let's do that one more time. We have the neighbors at the beginning, first measure, neighborings, D, B, go to the C chord, then go arpeggiate the E chord, oops, and then the passing tone, C, B, right, A, G sharp, and then the E. All right, so let's try that one more time. And of course, I'm swinging my 8th notes. And this works beautifully against the A minor. Right? Here is the collide or the tension that we use. Here's the tension. Right? Here's the tension chord as well, which is the 9th. Then we go to the 3rd of A minor. We arpeggiate through the C chord. We hit this E chord on top, which is, oh wow, a lot of dissonant there. We're passing through, and then when we hit that E, we hit the, that's where we put in the D13th, the 13th. So the G sharp makes it that sharp 11th if we're looking at the D. So this is from the D, 9, 10th, 11th, sharp 11th, nice, to the 9th at the top. Makes it nice, dissonant. So I'm going to do it again from the A, neighbor, dissonant neighbors. Now I'm going to go through the C arpeggiation. I'm going to put this E chord on top. Of course, you wouldn't play all the chords, the bottom chords, together. You just kind of, it's like a little surprise. All right. So that's a little lick there, a little jazz lick. You can also do it in different keys. Take the same progression. Again, I'm right here. I'm just doing it in A, right, to the D13th. We could do it in it's nice if you do the same thing in a different key, which would be, let's say we want to do it in G minor, right? And we're going to go to C13th. So we kind of repetition is also important when you're doing these kind of licks. Right? I'll repeat it again. G minor. Neighbor. Same idea. Arpeggiate the B flat. Right? Neighbor, neighbor. B flat arpeggiation. B flat 7th arpeggiation. And then I'm going to put this D major on top of this. That gives it that nice augmented or sharp 11th on the C. This is I'm doing a C 13th on my left hand. So when I'm doing this F sharp, it gives me that nice 11th, sharp 11th. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna do it again from the A minor. Same thing again. Neighbors. All right. Again, I'll do it from this right here. I'm doing the G minor, G minor, 9th. It's got the 9th in it. It's got the 7th in it. So here's the regular G minor. Here's the 9th. Here's the 7th. And again, I'm arpeggiating, or actually going from neighbor, neighbor above, neighbor below, hitting the B flat, which is the 3rd of the A minor, hitting the 5th, here's the 7th, here's the 9th of the G minor. Then I'm going to put this nice 13th in it. If I'm hitting a C 13th, put the 11th on top of it. That F sharp sounds nice. And then just do some passing tones over the 3rd, 9th, the tonic, hit the sharp, which again is the 11th again at the top, and then stop at the 9th of C. So I'm gonna do it one more time. Same thing. Right, so you can use this particular pattern. Let me bring it back so you can see it in music notation. Again, like we explained, neighbor, arpeggiate the C, arpeggiate the E, passing tones to the G sharp, which is the augmented 11th, and then hit it to the 9th if we're doing it in A minor in the original key. Okay, that's a nice little, just a nice little progression or lick that you can constantly use. And again, transpose it like I did to different keys. If you have different keys, transpose it to different keys. It's a nice chord. So if you're doing it, say you're doing a song, right? You're use it, you know. So again, it's a little lick around your here, and all of a sudden you bring it right in, and then you're going to transpose to maybe F, right? And then right, so So wherever you're at, you can use that lick in different spots. Again, I'm starting on C. Say I'm starting on C, and then all of a sudden I want to throw that lick in. Transpose the lick. All right. So again, that uses, again, you're always constantly in the jazz licks. You want to use the dissonant and then resolve the dissonant. So basically, and actually in this, we're actually not even resolving. We're actually hitting the ninth. So we're not really resolving, but that ninth at the top really sounds nice. There you go. Try it again. And G minor. All right, and then resolve to maybe an F with the augmented 11th, or actually sharp 11th. All right, I hope that helped you out. Take the video, just if you have to watch it a couple of times so that you can see how the progression goes and the melody on top. This was a Tuesday's tip, and I hope that you enjoyed. I'm going to be bringing you more tips on Tuesdays, something more advanced for the advanced students and those that are beginners. I'll be doing some more chord progressions. Again, my idea is that you would learn the different chord progressions, and then after that learn some melody on top. We'll speak about how to build melody for those beginners, and then from there hopefully we can get into composition. That's where I want to really focus on. Once I have the videos of the different progressions, we're going to take one of those progressions and build a composition on top of it, using different methods of how to create harmony, how to create melody, and hopefully those will help you. Again, go to the YouTube channel. It will have the different progressions. Right now I have 8 different lessons with 8 different progressions, and I will be adding more. And of course, as we advance, the progressions will get more difficult. But again, it's going to be taking a step-by-step process in how to do chord progressions for beginners, and hopefully that will lead us into melody, harmony, rhythm, and from there, composition. God bless, and I hope you enjoyed this Tuesday's tip.